Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for coming for the show. Thank you so much. A round of applause. And can I just say we have a full house. Now, I start off with complaining. You people, a couple ticket means two people. Preferably male and female. Now, why did Opio call me and say, okay, I want couple, my grandmother, the neighbor, and our OB. What? That's no longer a couple, that's a community ticket now. That's a community ticket. This time I refuse to put Alebad. Ugandans don't understand Alebad tickets. I put Alebad last year. People call you at the venue. You've been announcing Alebad tickets. So far we have sold 200. Alebad, please. Somebody inboxes you, Alebad. Don't worry. 7:30, the show is that he has the MC saying, welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Then he calls you, okay, where are you? I said, I'm backstage. I need 2 Alebad. My friend, you're no longer, you don't even qualify to be a bad. You're a crocodile, you're a right. You're a bad person, general. A round of applause. Thank you so much for coming for the show. You all look lovely tonight. And I must say, we organized this show in 1 month. And I want to thank a few people here. Rock Telecom, wherever you are. A round of applause. They helped me with the billboards all over Kampala. So thank you so much for doing that. Clark International University, wherever you are, make some noise. Universities. Madam, thank you. You can tell universities and mechanics. Mechanics are somewhere. Listen, this year has been a good year for me. And if you've had a great year so far, clap for the Lord. I've had a wonderful year. First, wait, my brother, put back the leg. I just want to. How are you, my friend? What's your name, my friend? Stuart, the other one. I want to know which region you. Eh? It had to be Chigundu. Chigundu. The man's leg. I gave him a free ticket. His leg is on the speaker. Is he saying, talk to me, Okello, talk to me. Listen, for me this year has been a good year. For the first time, my brother, for the first time, I flew business class. But I'm here to tell you, I do not recommend it. When it is your first time, my brother, they will know. They will know it's your first time. You will try to hide, but they will know. Uganda Airlines, they postponed my flight. And as an apology, they said, Okello, we are sorry. We are going to upgrade you to business class. I said, Madam, repeat that line. Said, we are going to upgrade you to business class. I said, what time is check-in? She said, 8 a.m. By 6, I was at the gate. Business class, I don't know what it is. You see, when you're poor, you abuse rich people. Every time I would fly economy, I would see people of business passing. I'm like, hey, you think you are better than us? Until I was in business, I realized, yeah, they are better than us. There's a way when you just have money. There's a way when you're labeled as rich. Immediately, your life changes. Your voice, everything. Have you gone to business class? Have you heard how people talk? Yes, hello. Oh, you doing? You're great? Yeah, wonderful. They have that deep, you know that voice of an ATM machine? Yeah. Yes. Like money is coming on. Go to economy. Yeah, we are this side. The problem. When you're poor, your voice just stays with you. I went to business class first time. There's a way you feel you have authority. Went to immigration. There's a separate line for business class. But to show people that has business class, you know, they give you a tag on your bag. So I first had to go to all wrong lines just so people say, sir, I've seen business. Oh, sorry, I didn't know. They shifted me 3 times until I reached business. I said, sorry, I'm used to. Business class entered. They take you to a lounge. I didn't know there's a lounge at the airport. Went to the lounge. The person who welcomes you is a white person. In the airport. You go to economy, black like you, face. Business class, a white person like, excuse me, Mr. Okello. You know, even the way they say your name in business class, Okello, Hillary. I'm like, the one. The national ID is here. Economy, they call you the way you are. Okello, come! You can leave the bag, yes? Business class, there's respect. They're like, can I help you with your bag? A white person told me, can I help you? I said, carry, the jacket is also here. Take the jacket, we have time. Entered the lounge. This is where I say, when it's your first time being in a rich place, they will know it's your first time. Do you know rich people dress very simple? Somebody's traveling business class, he's in shorts and a t-shirt, and he's smelling nice. Okay, I was in a suit. And I forgot the tag. The tag was still... Somebody had to tell me, excuse me. I said, sorry, I ordered it yesterday. You walk in and you're already looking different. Now, I didn't know this. They give food. Economy, you are hungry. That's why economy people always complain. Now you bring the soda right now because they are hungry. Business class, the moment you walk in, a waiter comes to you like, excuse me, sir, can I get you something to eat? I said, you're talking to me? He said, yes, I'm talking to you. I asked them, what do you have? Said, sir, we have everything. We have cappuccino, we have tea, we have coffee, we have some peanut butter, we have... I said, you have samosas? They said, yes, sir, we have vegetable and meat samosas. I said, samosa is samosa, bring both. Said, do you have chapati? I said, yes, bring. I need to support the basoga, you bring. I was ordering everything. That's how you know that for you are the problem. I was still ordering. That's when they said, business class, we are boarding. I said, I have my samosas. I'm not. And you can stand out because in business class, everyone is making calls and they're talking business. A random lady passes next to you like, oh, no, really, I think let's try Qatar this time because last year I was in Dubai, but the business wasn't really going that far. So let's try Qatar. That one goes. Another gentleman passes. No. I think let's do 50 containers. Yes, because 25 last year was not really good with the BMWs. I think let's try the ML. Okay, I said I will not die in my move. I'm representing an entire region. I removed my phone. I called my uncle in the village. He told me, I said, the chicken has given birth. How many eggs? Who has swallowed the knife? I don't know if poor people receive weird calls. That so-and-so has swallowed the battery. Which one? Tiger head? At least Panasonic would remove. But a tiger. They will know you're forcing it. Oh, man. But it's a good time. Last year I started driving, my brother. That's why you clap, unless you're not driving. I started driving, I bought a car. And this is my advice, guys, buy new cars. Avoid old cars with one hat. Nobody told me this. I had very little money. My father told me, Hilary, why don't you first save up until you make like 30 million, then you buy a nice car. I said, I want a car now. Took my 7 million. I think 7 million should be called 50,000. You go to a car bond and they just tell you, just get out. Just get out. You can't afford a tire. I got an old car. Toyota Spacio. Madam, you're laughing very early. I'm not yet. Oh, we are together. You see, I have colleagues here. Spacio, where are you? Where are you? Yeah, they are hiding. You'll see them entering the castle. We have cameras outside. Toyota Spacio, 1996. Madam, do you know what it means to drive a car where you and the car, you are age mates? You celebrate the same birthday with your car. It's very bad. All cars. But there's one thing I like about all cars, and this one I'll be very honest. Ever since I started driving, I've realized people who drive all cars, they don't care. They are the most reckless drivers in the whole world. Because him as a driver, he has nothing to lose. The car has nothing to lose. The government has nothing to lose. If the car gets spoiled, nobody cares. Have you noticed? It's only old cars. People drive old cars in roundabouts, knocking you. Go ahead, Jayo now, useless! And they abuse each other. Jayo potty now, Jayo. Now Jayo Sefuri. How do you call someone's car a saucepan? Remove your flask. How do you call? And that's a Raum. Remove your flask. None of people in rounds are always feeling hot. But I've learned one thing. The reason why people in old cars are always annoyed My brother, have you ever seen anyone in a Range Rover Sport abusing someone in an Audi Q7? Never. How do I abuse someone in a BMW X6? Like you with your 400 million car, useless. With your tires of 4 million. You can't abuse someone like that. But the reason why people who drive expensive cars are not always loud and abusive is because of the AC, my brother. The AC in a new car is different. It calms your spirit. There's a specific, if you have sat in an expensive car, you will know this. There's a specific AC that comes, it targets, there's a nerve that passes behind the ear. Do you know that AC? It targets this ear and this ear. Now, that nerve goes direct to the emotional center in the brain. So when he's trying to get annoyed, the AC just blows him. Like you. Then he calms down. The AC of rich people, you don't even know where it's coming from. I sat in a Range Rover 2023 one day. My brother put the AC. Wind came from nowhere. You just feel a breeze. The temperature just goes down. You can even cough. The temperature comes back. And you ask him, is that the AC? He said, yes, that's the AC. All cars. You know exactly where the AC is coming from. This is how you know the AC of all cars is bad. Even the owner is not sure if they ask you, you tell them, boss, put AC. Are you sure? Said you put. Because we can just lower the windows. Said, no, you put the AC. Then he puts the AC. The AC of all cars, you know, because there is sound and noise. Just and it's coming from in front. The person who put it is dodging his. Everything is coming out. Spark plugs, engine, oil, brake fluid. Before you know it, the flat tire is in the car. Say, boss, there's a spare tire. Yeah, the AC. And old cars, by the old cars, I don't know what it is. Have you ever started an old car? New cars have what they call push to start. Some of them will never have fingerprint. Some of them you just talk to the car, you're like, start. And it starts. Old cars, you start it yourself. Manual, you put the key inside. Two things, noise and activity. It shakes and scares everyone. There's a time I picked someone from the airport. When I started my car, he asked, is that the president passing? I said, no, there's no helicopter, that's the engine. It's a very strong engine, by the way. Now, some of you are here asking, but Okello, how do I know I have an old car? If you have more than 2 mechanics, your car is old. People with expensive cars, 2 mechanics. And the way they save their names, they save them with companies. John, Spear Motors. Jeremiah, City Tires. An old car, you know, because there's the name, it's usually a local name. The name, what he gave him, where he's found. Katongole City, Katongole Cylinder Head, Chiseka, you know. Muchibi, Garajamandev, you know it. Chiwanuka wiring, you know exactly what Chiwanuka does. He does wiring only. The second thing that shows you have an old car, my friend. Have you ever borrowed a car from someone? Like you're going for a journey, you have a burial, and you call your friend who has a car. You're like, hey, John, we are going for a burial. If people with expensive cars, all they do is give you the key and tell you fuel. Like, yeah, it's fine. Just put fuel. Everything is good. You go for your journey. Your car, madam, you're laughing very early. I don't know what car you're driving. I think this is the best time to tell us so that we start separating people. When you bought a car, an old car, that's the only car that comes with explanations. You come to someone, you're like, hey, Opio, I wanted your car. They say, where exactly are you going? Because the distance also matters. I'm going to Ginger. Oh, it will manage. Ginger. Now, there's a small issue. I don't know why they always say it's a small issue. Yes, it's a very big issue. There's a small... Now, you see drive. That is reverse. Yes. You're like, when I drive, yes, put reverse. Ara. You will go in front. I said, now what of reverse? Handbrake. Like, what? Like, now what of handbrake? Hey, there are some stones behind. Just don't park on a hill. Don't park. Some of them even have a fuel gauge that doesn't work. You're like, hey, but it's already full. No. There's no fuel. Like, but how will I know that it's over? You will know. Said, like, how do I? You will know. When the steering starts shaking, you have 1 minute to reach a petrol station. You have 1 minute. But if you drive yourself, a round of applause. Thank you. Oh, man. Old cars are the best. But ever since I started driving now, I meet traffic officers. First of all, I'm not happy. Before I was driving, they were wearing white. Which was good. Because if you're overspeeding, the limit is 50, you're doing 80. From a distance, you can see white. And you slow down. The moment you pass them, they are very annoyed. And you. Come back again. But now they wear camouflage. That green. Now it's worse if the traffic officer is light-skinned. It's like a Munyankole, it's brown. And from a distance, he looks like a popo. See yellow on top, then green. Now you're coming, you're like, is that a popo? Is that? You maintain your 6 days. Hey, by the time you step, hey! You just see the popo telling you, park there. Park there. Don't say anything. And then they come to you. First of all, they do that walk where they have too much time. They first walk slowly. Hey, let me talk to him. Then he comes to the window. Permission. They're like, yeah? Permission. Permit. Yes, bring the permit. Then you give him the permit. I don't know why. Police always want to trick you. So he'll first look at you and ask you, are you okay? You've been drinking. You're like, I found I've not been drinking. Yeah, I'm actually Muslim. But still, I've seen others in there. Okay, this is the whole Shafiq. The license, 2 weeks to go. You serve a living God. Then he asks you, insurance where? You tell him insurance is there. He goes for the insurance. You don't always put the insurance at the window. Some people put it at the back. He comes to the back, he sees the insurance. He says, yeah. 1 week. You man, you serve a living God. Tires! You're like, they are there. As if you can remove the tire. This one, yeah. Is he going? They will look for something until they get you. Before you know it, he asks you, put the wipers. You put the white out. There's no water. There's water found. You put water. You serve a living God. Now he has found nothing. Police always have that one thing. When everything has refused. If you drive, you know what I'm talking about. He looks at you and he says, do you have a triangle? I found a triangle. Like a triangle. You don't know it. You don't even know. Get out. Now you said, I found I didn't know about it. No. When you have a problem with the car, you have to put a triangle in front and you put a triangle behind. And you're here driving. You're endangering other motorists. Like I found them very. No, you can't be sorry. You talk to me. Now, those of you who don't know Uganda police, when they say talk to me, they mean talk to me. Don't talk. Now, it was my first time with the police officer. He kept telling me, Okello, talk to me. I said, we have been talking. Until when one of them was a northerner came to me and said, Okello Maharaj, what's the problem? I said, I'm talking to this man, but he's not understanding. He said, what is the issue? I told him triangle. He said, that's a small issue. You just talk to him. I said, we have been talking. He said, no, Okello, you talk to him. I said, hey, talk. I said, you tell him to come. Thank you for joining us. You are so great to me, my brother. How are you? Thank you for joining us. Yes. He said, talk to me. I talked to this man. I said, my brother, so what can we do? He said, you talk. I removed 2,000. So you know what happened. I removed 2,000. This man looked at me and said, Okello, you are not loud enough. I need you to speak louder. I gave him 5,000. He said, Okello, you are whispering. You need to increase. Until I gave him 20,000, he said, then he looked at my tires. He said, these tires are still okay. They can do 2 more. You don't actually need a triangle. Just break trees, put one in front. And the people will know. Traffic police. By the way, I've reached a point where I feel we are all corrupt. When it comes to traffic police, I don't think anyone here is an angel to say they have never given police money. Now me, I live in a realistic world. Let us be realistic. Why doesn't the Ministry of Works and Transport just talk to these people of mobile money, MTN and Airtel, and they give us a bundle for traffic officers? You know, they give us Gaga weekend. Give us a Sunday weekend. I load my 20K. If I meet a fan, they say, Okello, pay. I said, I already subscribed. Then it says, I'll see you on Monday morning. Monday. And you know you're sorted. But the things that disturb me now, ever since I started driving, is traffic jam. And I've learned that there are 2 types of jam in Kampala. There's the normal jam and the president's jam. Normal jam, there's hope. You can ask anyone around, you're like, hey, what has happened? They're like, no, there's a border guy. They knocked him, but they're going to remove. Hey, okay. Whoever is waiting for you can call him and say, no, there's just an accident, but 20 minutes, I should be there. President's jam, no one has hope. You are there, and I don't know why people always, they don't really tell you that it's the president, but you'll know it's the president. You are there and you ask, hey, what happened? The border guy will just say, oh, Mukuru. He just says, the big man, and you know what is happening. This is how much I know that people respect the president's jam. You see these guys who overtake us a lot. These people who put blue lights, blue, red. Maybe they're taking a minister or something. We were in jam one time, and this guy, I think he didn't know that the president was passing. The truck came from nowhere. We gave him way, but we knew that at the roundabout, there's always a soldier who jumps out. He has covered his face and he comes running. Hey, wait, talk. Extend. We said, no, we shall extend. We extended. The man arrived. The moment he came out, he saw another Afande there. The SFC just looked at him and said, Afande, you'll wait a bit. He said, no problem. We have time. That's when he remembered me. He came to me and said, but Okello, you have good comedy. I said, Afande, thank you. What do you do? He said, no, we're just taking this minister. He's going for a meeting. By the way, me and Hilary have a problem. I feel there are some ministers who shouldn't overtake us. There are some I understand. Minister of Health, you overtake. Maybe there's a pandemic. Maybe there is a disease that is spreading. And you want to go and solve the problem. Madam, you pass. Honorable, I have no problem.
Yes, sir, madam.
We shall edit that part out just for... These are spies that have been put here. You say Balaam. When he accepts, then we remove him. My brother, those are yours. Minister of Finance, I understand. Because this man told us the money will. Let him go and look for the money. Minister of Disaster Preparedness, I understand. Maybe there are floods. You go. Minister of Agriculture, why are you rushing? You tell us. Maize takes 3 months to be harvested. Why? The maize will wait for you. Why are you rushing? Minister of Urban Planning, there's a state minister of urban planning. You're rushing to go. That's why I feel like every minister who comes, there should be somebody who stands up and announces with that megaphone.
Ladies and gentlemen, those of us who are in jam, there's a minister who wants to pass.
Then we all say, who is that one?
The Minister of Urban, State Minister of Urban Planning.
He did not plan this city well. Let him use this time to plan.
Ladies and gentlemen, sorry. Please listen. We have a minister who wants to pass.
Hey, who is he?
The Minister of Foreign Affairs.
Let him go and overtake in New York or Australia.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Minister of Karamoja Affairs wants to overtake.
Why is the Minister of Karamoja overtaking in Nigeria? Go to Karamoja, overtake in Moroto. There. What are you doing here? And you see, by the way, this overtaking of ministers, do you know where it started from? It started from school. It started from school. Those of you who are prefects, first raise up your hand, we clap for you. If you're next to them, you slap them. These are the people who are problems in the society. I used to hate student leaders. You remember that line of food? You who is a common person, you are in the line, standing in the line. First of all, I used to feel bad for short people. Because you know that moment where the line is real squeezed and the line has now made corners like this. You're in the line of food. When you're short, there comes the point where your leg is no longer touching the ground. You are moving, but you don't know how. You're just flowing. You are surprised when you reach the cook. Like, Posho, put. Now you're there. It is 6:30. It's about time for prep. You are lining up. You're sweating. Out of nowhere, a prefect comes and overtakes you. There's always a teacher who is there. Who's like, hey, who is this one? Sir, I'm the I'm the prefect of compound prefect. Compound. Sometimes the teachers don't know them, so they look at us to confirm. Is he the one? Yeah, he looks like a compound. It's the one. Okay, you enter. Another one comes, a library. Said, is it the one? Yeah, the Muchiv is the one. Said, enter. For us, the common people, we are there struggling. You're sweating. Now you use that time. To pass time, you start discussing teachers. Start looking at teachers and, hey, this is Naka today. She's always a pregnant. We have not finished the syllabus. As you're there discussing, there's always someone. There's always, you know, these people who are common people, but they also want to act like prefects. So they want to come and overtake. The line is here. You people are standing here. You're in the line straight. For him, he comes from nowhere. They always come quietly. You don't know how he stands there. He just comes quietly and stands next to you. You can see him, but he's quiet. He's not even looking. Now he waits for a moment to jump into the conversation. You are there shouting, that woman, she told us biology, we shall finish. Then he also jumps. By the nango, you're like, bro, keep quiet. You are not with us. Oh, man. But there's a traffic jam. Traffic jam has gotten so bad. There's a time I was in jam in Busega. Do you know it's the bypass? The meaning of a bypass is you're supposed to bypass traffic. In Uganda, as you're bypassing, you are in the traffic. The jam was so bad. This is how you know the jam is bad. You know those people who sell things to you, who come on the window, they're like, hey, do what? Pique, chewing gum, what? You know those days when jam wasn't that bad, they would sell you things that are quick to buy because you are in a hurry. The jam will take 5 minutes and you're gone. So they always come, they're like, a handkerchief, a chewing gum, what? Small things. Power bank, simple things. These days, we were in jam in Busega for like 2 hours. One guy came to me with a paper. I said, hey, land title, there's a piece of land in Matoga. I said, Tuchali Mujam. He said, Muchali, just use this time to check the acres. 50 by 100. That's how you know the jam is bad. The jam is getting bad. But those are the roads we have in this country. We have nothing to do. But let's clap for the police, ladies and gentlemen. For those of the police officers who are doing the right thing. Another department I've always been interested in is the fire brigade. Madam, do you know the fire brigade? if this building starts burning, who do we call? The fire brigade. Do they answer? That is the question. I have ever been in a situation where we had to call fire brigade, and I'm here to tell you, those people are never in a hurry. You see, in developed countries, you call fire brigade. There's a fire burning, like in the UK or wherever they call the fire department. It's like, oh, hello, oh, is this 911? They're like, yes, excuse me, madam, how can we help you? They're like, we have a fire here burning, there's a school burning, and everything is really good. They're like, madam, don't worry, oh, can you please tell us your location? They're like, I'm on Market Street. They're like, okay, we can see you right now on the GPS. They're already seeing you. As you're still explaining, you see cars arriving. One is bringing water, one is bringing gas, one is bringing what? And the fire is gone. Kampala, there was a fire. I will never forget. There's a time there was a fire, I was nearby. I came, somebody said, man, let us call the police. I said, you call. He dialed 999, he called police. First of all, Uganda Fire Department, Fire Brigade, the ringtone, the caller tune breaks your heart. You call them, then a caller tune just comes on. Please don't play with fire. Fire burns, fire burns. Please don't play with fire. Muliro, muliro, muliro. Then they answer the phone. Hello? You're like, yes, Afande. Now for you, you know it's an emergency. You are in a hurry. Afande, we are here. People are dying. The fire is mad. You first calm down. That is what I'm trying to do. But Afande, people are dying. Are you the one dying? I said, I'm not the one. Then you talk to me. You don't even greet. Who has time to greet you? Like, Afande, I cannot greet you. I don't have time. Like, you first greet. What is your name? Like, my name is Ogwal John Mary. Not those men who have two names. My name is Ogwal John Mary. Ogwal John Mary. Are you, can I call you Mr. or Mrs.? Said, call me Mr. Yeah, I just have to confirm. So how old are you? But Afande, people are burning. I told you, are you the one burning? He said, I'm not exactly. How old are you? I'm 32, okay. Are you married? Afande, how is this important? People are dying. Said, my brother, I have to fill this form. If I don't fill the form, they will chase me from my job. If they chase me, will you pay school fees for my children? Said, Afande, of course I will not. Exactly. So where do you stay? You'll fill a form for at least 30 minutes. Then she'll say, okay, that is okay. So which number are you going to deposit? Said, Afande, what do you mean? You think the cars use water? Said, Afande, what? Fuel. Now you have to send fuel. Eventually they arrive when the fire is almost done. The moment they come, first of all, it's almost like, have you ever seen a doctor who comes on site and then the first thing they say is, You just lose hope. That's how these fire people arrive. They arrive, they're like, where's the fire? Whoa, where? This one we cannot. Uganda Fire Department. Now when they arrive, there's a time, I'll never forget. My friend, true story. There's a time they brought the wrong gas. You know you're supposed to bring carbon dioxide. They brought oxygen. I think this car was for Ministry of Health. For like ICU, people who need oxygen for breathing. Oba who brought the wrong gas. Now when they brought the gas, they were like, hey, the officer in charge was there. I was like, hey, you bring the gas. They're like, Afande, we have a problem. Said, would you have HILARY OKELLO to bring the gas? That is the issue. Said, what is the issue? We brought the oxygen. Said, oxygen, we're supposed to have carbon dioxide. Exactly. So I don't know what can we do? One Afande brought an idea. He said, I think what we do, let's look for a chemistry teacher. They went to the nearby school. They found a chemistry teacher who was busy teaching. They interrupted him. They said, Musamesa, he said, what's the problem? I'm teaching my class. He said, we need your knowledge. This teacher was so proud. You know, teachers are always bragging to students about knowledge is a power. The teacher looked at the students and said, I've always told you, knowledge will make people look for you. They took this guy to the houses that were burning. When he arrived, he also said, Their fathers looked at me and said, so what do we, we have oxygen. How do we convert it into carbon dioxide so that we remove the fire? He looked at the thing and said, now, the new curriculum, we are only teaching Bunsen burner right now. So if this fire can come back in third term, I will be able to help. Yeah, but it is a luminous flame, in case you are not aware. It's a luminous flame. Oh, man. And finally, there's a time, this one I'll never forget. Did you see that story of a gentleman who was hanging on a window? Was it a window? There was a fire in Kampala recently. Who saw that story? Who saw that story? Yes, there was a gentleman who was hanging on a building, and people were just down looking at him. They called fire brigade. When fire brigade came, I have learned one thing. In developed countries, they care about human beings and their pets. A dog can be on the 4th floor of a building. The building is burning. And the white person is down here scared. Oh my God, you guys really have to help me. I mean, John. Jacob. You read serious names. Jeremiah, don't worry. Jeremiah. And Jeremiah is up there. Ow, ow, ow. Oh. Jeremiah, just calm down. Jeremiah says, oh. And those dogs, surprisingly, those dogs are very cooperative. They're like, Jeremiah, just open the window, open. And Jeremiah struggles with them. Opens the window, now the legs are hanging. And they're like, don't worry, we're going to help you. And then they bring a crane. The fire brigade goes up, they pick the dog, they bring it to the owner. The owner is happy. Then the news is there. They're asking, oh, we are just right here in New York City. This lady right here, Mrs. Franklin, we just reunited with her lovely, lovely dog. That is Jeremiah. And the people of fire are very happy. Yeah, we did our best, we meant like these dogs are also Americans, and this is their true American spirit. In Uganda, a human being is on the 4th floor. And it is burning. And it's there. So, and they tell the Afande, there is somebody up. Where? How did you get there? When people were running, for you say, let me wait. Hello? Do you have children? Said, Afande, I don't have. You are okay. But sometimes they try to save you. They're like, now, how did you reach? Said, I was up here, but how can I get down? Said, what do we do? The fire is about to reach. Afande, I'm worried. I am also worried. Afande, say, you jump. Said, but if I jump, I will die. I know you will die. Now what do I do? You jump. Said, but Afande, if I fall down, said my friend, do you want fire or the tarmac? You choose the one you want. At least tarmac, we shall get the body. Fire, the body will burn. That gentleman was hanging up there until another family arrived. And this one had at least clever ideas. He said, no, I think let's do. Have you seen those rescue nets that they use? When they're throwing something from up, then they hold nets and then you fall on it and you bounce. One of them said, we need to improvise. Let us look for something. Then some stupid person said, let's look for a mattress. They went to the nearby shop. Who has a mattress? They went there. The only mattresses that were 2-inch and 4-inch. Their father asked, how much is 4-inch? They said, hey, this one, 60,000. He said, the government cannot afford that one. Give me 2-inch. They got 2-inch. They put they try to time the mattress. They said, hey, have you seen? What is it? The man could not, when you're far, he was seeing a small box. He said, what do I do? You time. But don't come with the head first. You do like this. I was like, but Afande, it is small. Afande told him, do you know the law of the side mirror? He said, what is the law of the side mirror? Have you seen those things on side mirrors? objects appear larger than they are. Said, you come, it will become larger. As you're coming, it will. So yeah, the good news is that guy jumped. Yeah, we buried him last Sunday. We did our best. The Afande was there at the funeral. We told him objects appear larger. Oh, man. But when it comes to like security organs and security operatives, I feel very sorry for journalists. If there are any journalists in the house, let us first clap for them. Of everything that is happening in the country, journalists being attacked. Okello, me, I would never manage to be a journalist, especially the ones who cover opposition. I can cover NRM. That one is easy. Do you know, the last election I was watching, what's this guy's name? Daniel Lutaya. He was covering NRM. The president, I think, was going over to Mbarara, over where. And you would see even the way they are dressed. When you're covering NRM, you come in a suit, you relax. You can even first take tea. As a journalist, you even have time to introduce yourself. Now, Samson was in the studio like, ladies and gentlemen, we have Daniel Lutaya down in Mbarara as the candidate for the NRM will be talking to his voters tonight. Daniel, please talk to us. And Daniel was there. He even has time to introduce himself. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, takes all the time in the world. Welcome. My name is Daniel Lutaya. And NBS, always, we are here in Mbarara as we wait for the incumbent president, also the candidate for NRM. I've been told you'll be arriving in 2 hours, but for now, everyone is here. We can see Andrew Mwenda is with us here, Ofonopondo, everyone is in the building. And then he goes around interviewing people. You can even interview security personnel. The man went to a soldier. Went to the first soldier, was like, brigadier, thank you for joining us today. We're okay. Everything is okay. As you can see, security, there's no chaos. What I like is the peace that is here. No fighting, nothing. So really, we cannot wait for the candidate to come and talk to the voters. So yes, just please let us vote this time. It's going to be good. He leaves that one. Even goes to the lowest of the lowest policemen. He finds a policeman at the gate somewhere. Like how we also have a gentleman here. Yes, Afande, what's your name? Yeah, we are just here. We are managing. Said, Afande, what's your name? Ogwal, Corporal. Ogwal. Said, yes, Corporal, how is everything? We are just about what, eh? There's nobody to chase, nobody to carry. I don't know if I'll get allowance today. After some time, Daniel sends us back to Suez like, well, as we wait for the candidates, I will keep you up to date. Keep it NBS live. When you're covering NUP, me, I would never, NUP, first of all, it is always abrupt. Samson is in studio. Yes, as we discuss gender equality. Okay, we have Canary. Canary has just contacted us. It is always abrupt. Now, you who is watching the TV, even the cameraman is running. So all you're seeing is... The cameraman is also looking for Canary. Canary will just jump into the frame from nowhere. Now, when you're covering NUP, you don't have time to introduce yourself. You don't even talk to the viewers first. You talk to the Afande first. The cameraman is there looking for Canary. Out of nowhere, Canary just jumps in. Afande, I'm a journalist. I'm a journalist. No, you will not do this. Yes, we are here covering Chagulanyi. It's just about to arrive. We are here waiting for it. Now, when you're covering NUP, you cannot even finish your statement. Of course, the NUP candidate, Chagulanyi, he was saying that this time they are going to... No, don't break his leg, Afande. He's a human being. Yes, sorry. Yes, they were breaking his leg. But the point is, Chagulanyi has said this time they will not allow anyone to... Afande, don't know. And some of these policemen are very funny. After beating you, you know this? When you're dressing to cover NRM, you just wear a suit and you're okay. Canary, you find press. The helmet, press. Now Now, summer fun days are funny. He will beat you. You told me to press. You told me to press your leg. And I have a feeling the way these journalists leave their families in the morning is not the same. If you're going to cover NRM, you know you're going to cover NRM. In the morning, you are sure you're coming back. As you're talking to your wife, you're like, so in the evening we are going, I'll take you for a date. It's okay, don't worry. Yeah, they will give us money, don't worry. Yeah, no, it will be okay. And you go, when you know that day you're covering NUP, you call all your family members. Say, now, you talk to your firstborn, Charles. You remember the land we bought in the world. Keep the title. In case. Yes, there's money I kept in the bulb. You check under. Then you look at your wife. If at the burial another woman comes, that is Jacqueline. She's there. Give her the money in the bulb. You give. Because you're not sure. Oh, man. But a round of applause for all our journalists who keep telling our stories to the world. Oh, man. But it's a good thing. It's a good thing as we keep battling this country around. For me as a comedian, I don't tell you what to do, what to say. I just tell you what I see. And more often, you also see what I see. So you say what you want. You do what you want. Me, I just saw. This spy here. Oh, man. But the things I actually enjoy. My father is not around today. He's looking for money. You know, when you're poor, you always have to look for money. Came from a very poor family. This is the thing I didn't like about coming from a poor home. Every time I would go to my rich friends' homes, you know, rich people's homes, you can trust everything that is there. You go for breakfast, if there's a container that says coffee, you open it. There is coffee. You see something written on butter. You open butter. Tea leaves. So if they tell you at a rich person's place when they say feel at home, you are safe. From a broke person's home. I remember in our house, you had to ask us first. There's a time we had a priest. There's a priest who came to our home. You know these priests who always come to pray for the church members. They came to pray for my mother. My mother said, Hilary, I'm going to teach. She was a teacher. I said, okay, Mommy, you go. My father also said, okay, I'm going to work. I said, you go. The priest remained. My father made a mistake and told the priest, feel at home. Me, it was time to play football. I went out to play football with my friends. The priest came out after 10 minutes. Where's Okello? I said, hey, I'm just playing. Said, where's the tomato sauce? I said, you check. Went back to play. Came back late night, like 8 p.m., found my father seated on the veranda, holding his jaw like this. I said, Muzei, what happened? Said, Okello, we have a problem. Said, what happened? The man drank engine oil. What? First of all, what was engine oil doing in a bottle of tomatoes? And it was engine oil of a tractor. Do you know engine oil? We called the doctor after 1 week. He said, his stomach is still in gear too. We don't know what to do. When you stay in a poor place, And I don't know why. Poor people are very paranoid. You always think people want to kill you. For what? I remember my mother would always be playing with, we should always be talking to the neighbor. It's like, but Joanne, you have been very good to me. Ever since I came to this neighborhood, we are like sisters. Then Joanne is there saying, Madam Okello, don't worry. No, you have actually helped. Okello, go and sweep our compound. Go and sweep. I go and sweep the compound. Outside the house, they are friends. The moment you enter inside the house, you tell her, say, Mommy, Joanne has a birthday tomorrow. I wanted to go. They will poison you. That woman doesn't like us. After praising her. But there are things we get away with when we stay in poor places. Do you know ghosts don't like houses of poor people? Have you watched horror movies? Every horror movie, ghosts go to mansions, big houses. Because as a ghost, you think about it, madam, if you're a ghost. Your job is to scare someone. So you want to enjoy your job. You want to chase someone up to the bathroom, then they run, oh my God. Run to the living room, oh my God. Climbs upstairs, oh my God. Running, hiding. The ghost is enjoying his job. A poor person, one room. The ghost arrives and it's the one which is scared. You know when you're poor, there are random days where you can't sleep. At 3 a.m., you're just there seated thinking. Out of nowhere, ghost appears like, hey, hey. You're like, why you didn't tell me you were coming? And you've seen those things in movies where ghosts like playing with electricity. Where the light keeps going up. Now you didn't buy yaka. You don't have electricity. The ghost arrives in darkness. It's like, you didn't pay. You didn't tell me you were coming. I would have paid. But since you're here, be careful. There's a bucket of urine in the corner. Be careful. Find the ghost walking out. People sent me in a very bad place. Oh, man. Oh, man. I want to say thank you so much for coming for the show, ladies and gentlemen. I am really delighted, very happy. And I want to say thank you. My name is Dr. HILARY OKELLO. You've been a wonderful audience. God bless.